Hi there! Well, I haven't given an update yet on my show this past Saturday. It is now Tuesday, June 23rd, 2015. So, let me bring this down a little. There we go. So, I did the first annual, I assume, NPC Tanji Johnson Classic bodybuilding competition here in my hometown, Olympia, Washington. So on Saturday, and I'm really pleased that I did this show. It was a really challenging show for me. I was really excited about it. So the whole week and couple weeks before, I was really excited. The whole week, peak week, the week of the show, I didn't sleep much at all because I was really excited and I wanted to get all my workouts in, make sure I was doing everything I was supposed to do, and multitasking all the time. And I didn't realize it, but apparently that stress I put on myself really freaked out my physique. I didn't realize this would happen. So the weird thing all week was my abs were not showing like they usually do, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Usually my abs are really the first thing to show, and I'm like, my physique is kind of bloated a little bit. And sure enough, I get to the show, and yeah, I couldn't see my abs. I couldn't see my definition. And the morning show is the judging. And I have a picture of me backstage in the morning picture, and I looked pretty all right. Not very defined as I'd like to look. But boy, by the evening, my body was beat. I was really bloated. I was all smooth, and you got to see definitions and muscles and lean cut muscles. And I was just all smooth like a balloon. I mean, I was like, oh no. And it was really hot, and I was home because it's my hometown, so I was multitasking in between morning and evening shows, and I was doing stuff, and I was happy about that. And Muffin, I had my little dog Muffin, so I walked Muffin. It was really hot. I talked to neighbors along the way. I hung out. But I should have been just sitting with my feet up and just relaxing and not doing anything, because when I got back to the show, not only had my tan come off, but they were really nice. They repainted me really well. But my physique was really bloated, and I think if I had just relaxed and not done anything, it would have been better. But I thought, this is cool. I get to do stuff. So you live, you learn. So I didn't know my physique would be so sensitive that way. So now I know. The show was interesting. It was Tanji's first show, so she tried to put a lot of stuff into it, which made it harder on us competitors, trying to add glitz and glamour a bit and change presentations. And the show dragged on, and it was a long time before we got on stage again in the evening, and our presentation walks were kind of cut short with comparisons being taken out at the end, which is kind of a drag when you work so hard. But it was all a learning experience. The fun thing too was backstage, the other women competitors, my sprinkler is on. I hope you don't hear that too much. The women backstage were really, really nice and really friendly, and that is always my favorite part, other than getting all glammed and glitzed up in this crystal bikini and heels and makeup and everything. So it was really fun to see people I know, meet people I don't know, hang out with women, chat with women, try to pass the time backstage with other women. That is so much fun. I met really nice people. So I didn't get any placing, and I don't know where I placed in the show, but it was my kickoff show of the year, and that's what I wanted to do. Of course, I always want to look fantastic, but I haven't quite reached that yet. But that's my plan by the end of this year, that my figure will be really kicked in gear. So it was really good experience. I learned a lot of different things. I had forgotten what to bring to the show and how to pack, and I certainly learned the hard way. I forgot some things, like my silk robe to wear for the competitors meeting. I didn't have a robe, and I had my clothes, but I didn't want to put those on. Anyway, so now I have a better sense of what to bring again, and I need to bring more food because I ran out of food really in the evening show as it dragged on. Let's see, what else? It was really good to practice, a lot of practice. So I learned later from my figure coach that it was stress that was going on in my body, Candace Houston, and now, so I have another show this Saturday, which I'm really excited about. It's out of town, in my state, out of town. So my goal this week is to relax. No stress this time, not keeping myself up all hours of the night. Relax, de-stress, just enjoy having fun. Don't take it so seriously, because I want my physique to be as chiseled as possible on stage, and it's not going to be that way if I stress myself out. So I've been working on relaxing and having more relaxing fun, and that's been nice. And what else? It's fun to be leaner, getting leaner every day. That's really always a lot of fun to experience that for myself. I have a new diet, which I'm happy about because I didn't like last week's diet. So I was pleased to prepare a new food plan for this week, and I get new food backstage, which I'm really happy about because I did not like my food backstage on my first show. So we'll see how this one goes. Should be fun. I've never done this show before, the Teen Grow Gladiator Classic in Linwood, Washington, this Saturday, June 27th. So that should be fun. I'm looking forward to just having more relaxing fun. The other thing that happened this show was I got really into makeup. My first competition I did, 2009. I never wore makeup as an adult ever. And so the competition, my first ever competition, was the first time I used really makeup as an adult, and I found it so fun. And I discovered that was really fun, and so I've been really into that ever since. So my fun part for myself is learning how to properly apply my makeup and learn how to make it work for the stage, which I'm still learning, but I'm enjoying that. I mean, you can hire people to do makeup, but that's like one of my funnest things, is to play with my makeup and try to figure that out. So in the morning, the good news was my new hair color and haircut was fantastic. It turned out I just blew it dry and it was ready. Like, I put product in it, but I really didn't need to. It was fantastic. It did just the right thing just from my blowing it dry correctly. So that was great. But my makeup was a mess. It was horrible. Like, everything that could go wrong went wrong. I don't know how to apply foundation. I always thought you apply it because I don't use it. And to make it really dark to match your spray tan, I thought you needed to apply it really thick, and it always looked crappy. Well, I applied it and it looked horrible, like splotchy, horrible, awful. And I do my eyes first and then I do the foundation, and I didn't want to take everything off, so I just went with it. But it was horrible. And then my eyeshadow was falling off. It like fell off in pieces. And I tried everything to put eyeshadow back. All morning long I was putting back eyeshadow and it was just not working. It was a nightmare. It was horrifying. So I was super stressed about that my makeup was a wreck. And I talked to a woman that was helping the makeup artist backstage, and she said they use a airbrush foundation. I'm like, oh, because airbrush is a very light covering. So I realized I should try to put on a really light coat. So during the afternoon break, I took everything off because it was needed anyway. And then I started over and I put a really light layer on, and it worked perfect. It came out perfect for the first time. And I was so excited. And I did my eyeshadow. It was better. It still wasn't perfect, but it was better. So I was so relieved that my makeup was much better the second time. So there were a lot of stresses for this competition, but it was good experience, good learning, and I was happy to get backstage, happy to get on stage, happy to get dressed up, happy to present my physique for what it was, and I'm happy to build on that as I go. So this is exciting. This next competition will be exciting to see how I could build, and then the next one, and then the next one. So that's how it went. If you have any questions, write below. And I still have my pretty nails on for this week. And I'm getting ready for this week's show. And all good things. All right. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.